I wish.
Hey,
Maybe one
what's
day.
up, everybody? We're on a couple minutes early with me and my friend Casey over here. I'm proud of myself because I finally pointed the right direction. Yep,
No.
yeah, see? Yep, there it is.
There he is.
All right, well, we're going to just hang out here. We got about 2 minutes before it officially starts, and then we'll do what we always do. We'll ask everybody where you're from, we'll ask you what your weather's like where you're at, that kind of thing. And then we'll get started into talking with Casey about 10 products that you can sell and 10 clients you can sell to. It's going to be really cool. I'll repeat that in a little bit here. Man, we've already got 13 people on, and we're not even on official yet.
Not even saying anything.
I know, right? So if you guys, if you're new here, make sure you go to that link up in the post there. Give StreamYard permission to see your name so that when you comment, I know who you are. Otherwise, you're just a Facebook user to us, and we don't know who you are. So that'd be great if you do that for us. But as you guys are getting on here, go ahead and drop your name in the comments there and let us know where you're watching from, maybe what your weather's like. So on that note, Casey, I know where you are, but let everybody else know, where's Smoky Hill Designs world headquarters?
We are in the beautiful state of North Carolina,
Yep.
in the middle of textile world, Burlington.
Nice.
Surrounded by sock factories, believe it or not.
And what's the temperature there today? What does it look like there?
I don't know. I haven't been outside yet. It's looks like 82.
That's not too bad. So
That was actually really nice. It was hot last week.
That's cool. Well, let's say hi to some people. Anna Marie Dennis, what is up? Music Chick Art. Carol, how are you? Debbie, good to see you guys. Danica, that's awesome. Ricky is in Wisconsin, hot and steamy. Ricky, what's hot in Wisconsin right now? I'm curious.
40.
Diane, how are you doing from North California? Yes. Oh, Renee, my friend from Hawaii. Did you see Will? Will was in Hawaii. In fact, he just left Hawaii, I guess, a couple hours ago. So we're all kind of jealous. Brandy, this is great. Good to see you from North Carolina. Yeah. Casey, your neighbor.
There we go. There we go. Represent.
Nice. What part, Brandy, let us know what part of North Carolina you're in. Boy, these are going fast. It's going to be hard for me to keep up here. This is great. Music Chick Art, you said weather is 72 degrees. Tomorrow's going to get gross and hot. Well, I'm jealous about 72. I'll tell you that for sure. I know my buddy Danny's in Cairo, Georgia. He said it's upper 90s and it's going to be 104 Wednesday and Thursday. Gross. Danica from Pennsylvania. Dawn. Hey, my friend Dawn. 100 degrees and my neighbor to the east in Missouri. Ricky, 80s, not as hot in Arizona, but you got humidity. Oh, hey, Amy. Good to see you. Yes, good to see you, Amy. It was so good to meet you a few months ago. That was awesome. I'm glad you're here with us. Man, there's so many good people here. This is great. Tim from Dixon, California. Finally made it. Welcome, my friend. Man, this is Megan from Alaska. Carol's from Rising Sun, Indiana. Oh, Grace, my friend. How are you, Grace? Good to see you from Virginia. Not too far from
everybody's your friend, Mark. That's not fair.
I know, but I know all these folks. This is great. Rebecca from Knoxville, Tennessee. Karen from Boston. 70 degrees there. Not bad in Boston. That's great. Lori from Indianapolis. Sorry, 89 degrees. Amy said it's 100 in Nebraska. This is all great. Anna, we are excited to meet you in Sacramento. Casey's going to be there. So that's going to be cool.
That's what they tell me. My arm has been twisted.
Yep, that's right. 68 degrees in Washington. This is great. Hey from New Jersey. Hey from Iowa. This is great. All right, so we're going to hang out about another 2 or 3 minutes. Let everybody get in here with us, and we'll just keep saying hi. And then I'm going to just reintroduce you guys to my friend over here to my –
I got it right that time.
My left, I guess. Right on the screen, I don't even know. That guy right there. I'll introduce you to
East. Very much farther east.
Very much farther to my east is right. That is great. So I'll get you guys a chance to meet Casey, and we'll talk about 10 products that you can make and 10 clients you can sell them to. It's going to be really good. I also want to remind you that if you have any questions for Casey or for myself,
please,
you are welcome to drop them in the chat, and we will do our best to keep up with them. It'll be great. Hey, Catherine, my friend, I'm sorry you can't join us at the conference, but I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you. It was really cool to meet you. So we'll do it again sometime soon. All right. That's great. All right. Got about another minute or two here at the most. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Also, we're going to be giving away a free ticket to the conference tonight. And everyone that's already purchased their ticket before this this show started, you are in the drawing, and someone is going to win their ticket for free tonight here at the end of the session. It would be great. Great. All right. Cool. This is awesome, man. We're pushing almost 100 people here already. This is excellent, man.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, it's because we have you as a celebrity here. That's what's happening.
No.
So if those of you guys notice, I'm not Will. I'm slightly taller online than Will is, just a little bit.
But less attractive.
Yeah, way less attractive than Will. Yep. I've got more hair, sort of, but that's changing quickly.
You're working on it.
I am working on it. You know, I'm a typical man. It's moving from here and going to here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. But Will is on his way back, I think, from Hawaii. He went there for a bachelor party for a friend or family member, I think. But he'll be back with us next Monday. And you're going to have the amazing Missa here to learn from her directly next week. And so he'll be flying solo next week. I'm flying solo today. And then we'll be back together again a couple of weeks out. So that'll be cool. Hey, someone's asking if they can win some pattern ply.
Hey.
You know what? I'll say this. I haven't done a Win Stuff Wednesday in a while. I think I'll work out something with Casey. How about
there we go.
2 days from now, Wednesday, we will give away some pattern ply to somebody in my Win Stuff Wednesday. So Casey and I'll work that out after we talk tonight. Man, I tell you what, can I just let you in on the little inside thing in my head? I spent so many years working at a church that if I get to talking fast, I start saying, hey, right after the service tonight, we're going to, so if I say that tonight, that's just me.
That's it.
Hey, Maria Marquez from Oklahoma. You're my neighbor. I'm in Tulsa. Where are you at in Oklahoma? It's good to see you. I'm actually in Broken Arrow, so if that helps you, and if you're from Oklahoma, you know where that's at. All right. Sweet. Okay, well, tell you what. We're just going to jump into this. I want to remind you of a couple things. One, if you give permission to StreamYard, we can see your name. If not, you're just a Facebook user, so I won't know who you are. Number two, if you can't stay the whole time or if you come late, you can always watch us on demand anytime you want. You can comment regardless of whether we're live or not, and I'll try to keep track of the questions as I can. I'll answer them throughout this, and also if it's after the broadcast, we'll try to answer that too. We're going to give away a ticket to someone who's already bought a ticket. We're going to do a big spin in a wheel and give a ticket away tonight. We're going to do that every single week until the conference. So if you have your ticket already purchased, you're going to be in every drawing from now until the conference, and you'll get a chance to win your ticket for free. So that's going to be great. All right, I'll answer one last question here. Are we doing a next level conference in Oklahoma? Our plan right now is to do one here in Tulsa where I'm at in August. We've got a lot of negotiating left to do on that, so it's not official yet, but that's our goal. That's what we'll be doing.
In August.
In August, yes. I mean, sorry. How about October?
Okay.
Yeah, the other August. The other
August. Yeah,
the lesser known August. Yeah.
The little bit busier August.
Yeah, right. So October, and don't ask me for time zones because it's pretty well known that I'm terrible at that too. But anyway, we'll talk about that soon. All right. So let's get started here. First of all, for those of you guys who don't know, I want to welcome my friend Casey over here to my east. Way to my east, yes. And Casey, yeah, right. Very nice. Casey, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everybody where you're at, where you're located, the name of your company, kind of what you sell, and then we'll get into talking about this content here.
Okay, so my name is Casey Cruz, for everyone who doesn't know. To a large majority of my customers, this is a surprise. I am actually a male.
Yes.
Very, very. Will Louie, we can thank him for spreading fake news on that one. I work for Smoky Hill Designs.
Nice.
Cute little lab there.
Yeah.
And we make laser substrates. And it is growing by the day on which substrates we're making. We are a majority wood supplier. We have 10 different varieties of plywood in 3 different thicknesses. A variety of sizes. A lot of people don't realize that you can order a full 4x8 sheet. We'll cut it down to you, just like a local lumber yard. So we're that lumber yard with that lumber yard feel and that community, while also being an e-commerce or being able to take care of customers all over the country, all over the world. We're blessed to be able to ship to Europe, to Canada. We're hoping to touch every continent. Shout out if anyone has a laser in Antarctica, please touch base with me. This is a bucket list situation for me. I need to find a laser in Antarctica. So anyone knows where one is, please let me know. Hit me up in the DMs.
Yep, and he'll
go.
send you a free sheet of pattern ply.
Free sheet. I might even send a box if we can figure this out.
Sweet. Yes.
So we sell plywood. We sell pattern ply. We sell pattern ply acrylic.
Yep.
We sell pattern ply flex, transparent.
And we're going to talk about all these. It's going to be fun.
We have pattern ply flex white cord, which has a beautiful white engrave.
Yep.
And a bunch of other stuff that we're working on to.
Well, let's do this. Let's back up because I want to make sure everybody knows.
Yes.
Fundamentally, what is pattern ply? I know that you have it on different substrates, but what is it?
Pattern ply is a process that we hold trademark to, or the name we hold trademark to. It's a process that adds patterns to substrates, right? It is a laser safe process. It's a durable process. It has UV resistance, within reason. It's a one I always have to put an asterisk by, right? Because rocks erode, metal rusts. Mother Nature always wins. But it's a very durable process, and we do it on a bunch of different substrates, which allows you to do lots of unique projects without spending your whole Christmas season painting.
Yes. It's fantastic. It's really cool. So for those of you guys who haven't used it before, we're going to talk about it tonight. And by the way, I'll tell you that part of what we're doing tonight, Casey's going to expand on at the conference, okay? So he's going to be there. He's going to have some samples of these products. But really, more than anything, what we're going to do tonight is give you some ideas of things you can make that will make money easily. And we're going to also give you ideas of people you can sell those things to. So that's our goal. And he's of course, an expert at pattern ply because it's his thing. So we're going to use pattern ply as examples of things you can make. I know that the very first thing we're going to talk about, I won't say it right now, but the first thing we're going to talk about is a way that you can make a ton of money out of one sheet of pattern ply. And so I know that's the first one we're going to talk about, but it's going to be really, really great. I see Maria's got a comment here. I'm going to put this on the screen because I think it's great. Excited that flex can be cut on a Cricut because I have a diode, so I'm limited what I can cut. I know you're going to talk about that later, but go ahead and talk about what flex is for just a minute. Just jump into that and show them an example.
So flex. So my business card is the best example I've got at hand. So flex is a very, very thin, between 0.010 and 0.020 inch thick. So very, very, very thin, but very, very durable. You're not going to rip it. You can fold it, but it goes back flat if you don't put a crease in it. So you can see there's a score there, and even the score, it's very durable, even for being so thin. So it's really, really nice. It's also waterproof, which is a fantastic quality. That's why I like using it for business cards. It goes in somebody's pocket. It goes through the wash. It comes out. They can't get rid of me, right? It's great. We sell it in Glowforge sheets, right? So 12 by 19. We sell it two-sided. We sell it, terrible. We sell the one-sided on white, right? So that's what raw flex. We also sell the raw flex. If you don't want to buy the pattern ply, you can buy the raw material and spray paint it, or leave it white, or use it as a stencil, or fold it and make a lampshade, or any other type of project you would want to do with it. We have expanded our white core product that engraves white to add a clear, just like our clear pattern ply on acrylic that a lot of you know and love. So you get a glossy side, you see, while also getting a matte side, like a frosted side, some call it. And it's semi-translucent, right? You can kind of see me through there, right? But it becomes really, really beautiful when you cut it. You can make sun catchers. You can make Christmas ornaments. You can make all kinds of cool things with the clear. So we have the transparent while also having two-sided. So two-sided, you get the same style. It's a matte on one side and glossy on the other, and you can see the image from both sides, nice and vibrant, without the need of a backlit situation.
And let me just say the obvious, because maybe people are just getting overwhelmed by this.
Sure.
All of this you can cut on your laser.
Yes, it's all laser
Absolutely
safe.
Laser safe.
Laser safe. Use the if you have a Glowforge. I'm gonna make an assumption that most of you do, so that's the easiest way to put it. But you would use the same settings you would use for vernier. You can speed it up by a pretty large margin. But that's a fantastic starting point, and you speed up from there.
Yep.
You can engrave it, like I said, on the business card. You can also engrave the clear, and it will leave a product just like the clear acrylic, where you can defocus it and all that good stuff. So a lot of cool opportunities there.
Well, let's do this because, we've got about 10 things to talk about here. And arguably, the very first one we're going to talk about is maybe the biggest profit center that you've ever told me about. And the first thing, so let me just kind of start this again. We're going to try to give you 10 products, at least 10, that you can make and give you some ideas of who you can sell this to. So the very first one, I think you would probably agree, is the biggest moneymaker, and that's earrings, right?
Absolutely.
Talk to me about earrings.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Talk to me about earrings, man.
Earrings are the moneymaker, best margin, quickest to cut. I don't know about y'all, but it seems like no one can have enough earrings. My ears aren't pierced.
I agree, but yeah. Right.
Mark, I'm sure, has a whole jewelry box full of earrings. If he doesn't, shame on him.
I do.
And here's a good example. This is a sheet that my wife Angela got her hands on, and you can see how many.
I'm gonna try to zoom in on you so everybody can see it a little better here. There you go.
So you see how many holes, and this is just a quick cut that she did in here to make some circles, little hangies and hooks. I had one customer. She gets 100 pairs of earrings out of one sheet.
Say it again for the
over
people
100 pair of earrings. Over 100 pair of earrings. Just think about how many pairs of studs you could get out of that.
So how much does an average sheet like that cost? I know it's a little bit different, but what's the average?
So a one-sided MDF is $12.
Okay.
That's the cheapest. The most expensive is the two-sided clear or the two-sided other acrylics, and they're $25 a sheet. So the most expensive one currently right now is $25 a sheet.
So do the math. So I'll do it for you. I got it right here. So Absolutely. If you can get, how many do you think you can get out of that sheet, depending on the size? 100.
I say if you didn't try and you didn't, that's great. I say you could easily get 50. We'll use 50.
Okay. Well, then that's pretty easy because if it's $25 for that.
Yep.
Then everybody who went to public school in the United States, tell me, how much does that cost per pair of earrings? You're talking about 50 cents?
50 cents.
And honestly,
another way to look at it, if you cut 2 pairs of earrings out of this sheet, the sheet is now free.
Well, right. Because think about that. If you sell your earrings, you guys who sell earrings, tell me in the chat, what's your average price, your retail price?
I would love to see what people are selling their earrings for. I've heard everywhere. I know some people that super undervalue their products and sell it for $7, $8 a pair. And I know some people that do a fantastic job marketing their products to higher end clients, and they sell their pairs for $30, $40. I've seen someone say they sold a pair for $50. I believe it was a multiple layer product.
Okay, so I see $12, $10, 8 to 12. So far the middle is about 10. So if you only got, there's another 10. If you only got 50 pair out of that, that's $500 out of that one sheet that you paid $25 for.
Yes.
I mean, dudes and dudettes, that is amazing, right? I mean, that's amazing.
I always suggest, even if you're not an earring maker, even if you're not, that's not your market, that's not what you do. I do big signs, farm signs, rustic signs, or whatever the way out of left field thing you do. If you buy a piece of this, do your test cut, do a pair of earrings.
Yes.
And if nothing else, give it to your wife.
Yep.
Or your sister or somebody or Mark. I don't care. Right. Cut a pair. Use that to test your settings. It's going to take up the little tiny corner here. right? And or you do 5, you double your money on the sheet, and now you have all this rest of the sheet to use to make something else.
Yep.
And it didn't cost you anything.
I want to read a few more here. We got anywhere from $8 to $24, depending on how complex they are. $10 average for dangle earrings, $10, $15, $12 to $22, $8 to $12, $12 to $14 online, $10 to $20 studs. Dangles are $20 to $50. I mean, think about that.
There you go. There we go.
Man, if you're on the low end of that, if you're at $25 and you make, I guess the dangle depends on how big they are. To
Absolutely.
be fair,
Yeah, 50 getting 50 big.
I'm telling you, if you get one of these sheets and don't have to paint, that's money in your pocket. And by the way, I know I'm spending a lot of time on this one because I like it a lot. But you've got how many patterns online that they can buy that are already there, and then they can get custom ones printed too. So talk about both of those.
Absolutely. I think we're at right around 800 separate patterns currently. And
Wow.
bless Angela's heart, I believe she's dropping about 50 this weekend for our Christmas in June sale, just so you can get your product for your Christmas in July sales.
Yep.
And promotions. So that's 50 different prints that will be, or 800 currently, different prints on about 10 different substrates if you include all the flexes, all the MDFs, all the different thicknesses. We offer the acrylic in 16th, 1/8 inch, and 1/4 inch, as well as the flex, the 0.1010. So a wide variety of different substrates, and you can mix and match the substrates within the same product with the same prints on them, and they're going to be very, very close in the way they look.
Right.
So you can get some really, really cool dynamic products like that as well. Right.
Yeah. Hey, Marilyn's asking, and I know the answer to this because you talked about it.
Yes.
Will you bring some to Sacramento to sell at the conference? I'll answer because I know this part. You'll be able to order anything you want from him.
Absolutely.
He might bring some, but here's the deal: you don't want to have to truck that back home. It'd be better just to buy it from him. It'll show up. It'll be home when you get home.
I bet it beats you.
Yes. So he's definitely going to have a lot of samples for sure.
Yes. I think what we're going to do, I talked with Angela about it today, and she agrees it's a great idea. What we want to do is we're going to bring some pattern ply. We're going to bring some with us. We're going to ship probably quite a lot to the show. There's going to be a lot at the show. A variety of different substrates, a variety of different prints for the full spectrum, everything from cool and dark. The smoke and mirrors have a real cool, beautiful, simplistic look to super light or super bright and loud prints that scream at you for any number of things, right? What we want to do is we want our customers to bring one product they made with our materials. Could be wood, could be birch, could be pattern ply, could be anything. What I would love for them to do is bring one of something they've made. Bring something that's not selling. I don't care. Just bring something. And we're gonna have a table there with pattern ply on it. We're gonna have the honor system. Leave something you made. Take a piece of pattern ply. Any of them that are there that you want. And what this will do is it'll help show the wide variety of products that our customers are able to make with our substrates, and hopefully inspire other customers to maybe do something different than they're already doing. Or maybe they'll see a pattern that they've never seen before or used in a special way. We had a customer today that purchased a rusted diamond plate. You think, rusted diamond plate, it's real dingy and dirty. Beautiful earrings. Beautiful earrings. Such a cool, dynamic look. It had depth. It was beautiful. And you're going to sell that to a customer that you normally wouldn't touch or you normally wouldn't sell to. So we're hoping that I don't want to call it a program. It's not a program. We hope that what would you call it, Mark? You're the brains of the
it's
operation.
just a trade.
Yeah, we're going to do a little leave one, take one.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to have a little leave one, take one. And then everybody, one sheet of pattern ply is not going to push you over on your carry-on. You can get that in your bag, right?
Right.
So
and
everybody
flex. No, just kidding.
Especially the flag, put that in your pocket.
Hey, let's catch this question before we lose it. Kat's asking, what thickness for earrings do people make?
Most people use 1/8 inch. I would say the almost, I won't say almost everybody. The most popular thicknesses is 1/8 inch. Now, something to think of, especially adding these thinner substrates,
Yep.
are the layered products. Being able to take, so we got to, let's pretend this is a 16th inch, okay, which we sell. But it's it. And then we're going to take a piece of flex, right? And then we'll take another piece of 16th inch. Oh, no. I blame Mark.
I was going to say, you had it right before we started.
I did. Oh, here's one. I got enough business cards. So now you've got essentially a sandwich of material, right?
Yep.
You got a sandwich of material that in that point would be just a little bit thicker than an 1/8 inch if you use 2/16, but you could get a really, really dynamic look by doing something like that, just in earring form, right? Because you could have layered earrings without having all the weight of a 1/4 inch or even thicker if you're going to put multiple layers in. This is a process most people use for Christmas ornaments, right? And even in Christmas ornaments, you get too much weight, you start having hanging on the trees. So we're hoping that adding some of these thinner, lighter substrates that have these cool properties will help widen the horizon of products you're able to sell.
Yes.
So let me you can also sell for a higher margin because it's not just a piece of Baltic birch.
That's what I'm saying. So I want to just let everybody know, remind you, we are in this to help you make money. Absolutely. And to help you succeed. And I'm telling you, I've got a list here that I don't know that we're going to get through, honestly, but our goal is here, kind of a little miniature look into the conference when it comes to Casey. One of Casey's talks is we want you to burn up your keyboard or your pen or pencil, taking notes and walking out and saying, OMG, I'm going to make a ton of money from what I learned. That's our goal, right? It is absolutely our goal to help you reach your financial goals there. And that's what we're going to talk about a little. Let me answer a question about the conference real quick. Then we're going to get to our first idea was earrings. And, oh, by the way, you have a client suggestion on that. Hold that thought for just a second. Somebody's asking, do we have any virtual options for the conference? We don't right now. And I'll tell you, we are super techie. We love to do that kind of thing. Our goal right now is to make sure that we pull off the most amazing conference you could ever attend. And we don't want to have to deal with things like hotel Wi-Fi, because that's a thing, and or not a thing, as the case may be. Yeah. So that would be the main challenge with a virtual option. Not saying we won't do it in the future, but right now we would rather not offer it than to offer a really crappy connection, which is what it may very well be at the conference if we were doing a virtual. So we'll keep it in mind, but for now we can't. And the other person that asked a question, are we going to have the same instructors at the Tulsa conference as the Sacramento? The answer is I'm not sure. We've got, I'll tell you this right now, they're all invited. All of them are invited, but we have to work with all their businesses, all their schedules. And so our hope is yes, but I can't say for sure. We're going to have to get to this Sacramento one, and then we'll talk to you about the next one as far as those details. So do that. Hey, I'm not going to skip these questions. I'm going to jump in here. How about this one?
Okay.
Will 3M still work good with thinner substrates? Thinner?
Absolutely. Yeah, it will. The 3M will work on any of our products.
Okay, great. How about this one? Can you stack and cut thinner materials like 1/16 or flex to cut down machine time? I'm going to say something. You'll say it too. I can say it's technically possible, maybe, but you run a higher fire risk. Absolutely. Because you've got air between those two. And so I think both of us, you're nodding. I think I would say I wouldn't do it.
The risk to reward on that. Keep in mind, flex is going to cut at like 400, 500 full, right? You're cutting this. You're cutting this in. I think my business card took 3 seconds to cut. With the engrave, I think I was at 2 minutes. Right. And that's all just engraved time, and you're running a Glowforge Basic. Right. So I don't see the risk to reward being there worth it.
Right.
On that.
Forgive me, everybody. I've been fighting emotions. No, I haven't. I've been fighting allergies a lot. So if you see me rubbing my face, I'm trying not to explode on the screen here with my nose. So forgive me for that. Kathy, by the way, Kathy, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. She's asking how hard are earrings to make. Let me answer that in two parts. If you're talking about the design side, that's one thing. If you're talking about cutting them, that's another thing. I would say, I got to be honest, there are uncountable numbers of designers that are making earrings. So if you're looking for some, there's a ton out there. And by the way, Kathy, I know that you're one of my VIPs, and we're rolling out about 18 new earrings here in about a week and a half that you're going to get. So that's going to be great. So as far as like putting the hardware on, it's really easy. I'll probably have one of my folks in my office do a video about that here soon. So you'll get to either hear from Tyler or from Crystal, and we'll show you how to put some of the hardware in there. So that'll be good. But it's really easy, really, really easy.
I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm reading some comments. You keep talking. Someone asked about an engrave on the Flex. So this is the engrave on the white core Flex.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get like real up and close and personable with this. Right. Come on, camera. Don't let me down now.
How about this right there?
There you go. See, the man with the plan. Right. So there's a little bit of choppiness. It's a little rougher. It's not like acrylic where it's real liney. I also defocused this engrave.
Yep.
I defocused this engrave 0.2 inches. Yeah. Sorry, I have to do metric and standard at work, so I always have to like convert back and forth in my head. So this is copper. This is my favorite. If anybody knows me, like I do everything out of copper. So that's the white core. I don't think I have a clear core here, but it engraves like clear acrylic. It kind of gives it like a frosted type look when you engrave it.
Great. Real quick questions. When is the Tulsa conference? Everybody, we don't have official dates yet. We're shooting for October, the lesser known August, apparently. October. We'll let you know as soon as we have dates on that. Great. And another question, then we're just going to jump to the next one because we got to keep moving. Does all Flex have a white core?
You either get white core or clear.
Okay.
Those are the only two options, and I do not foresee another option without it. We're not going to have another option unless something drastically changes. Now, you can get red with a white core. You can't see it, but it's red core. So you can have red. You can have black, right? It's just when you engrave it, it's going to be white.
Yeah, that's great.
But you can get all of the colors that we sell in Flex as well.
Awesome. So real quick, one of the ideas you gave me for earrings, there's lots of ideas, is you can have clients who are at weddings and you can do custom earrings and match the dresses if you want.
Yes.
Which is a great thing.
So we offer 908 separate colors.
Wow.
We sell a swatch sheet. I'm a terrible person. I don't have one sitting here beside me.
You are a terrible person.
So we you broke my heart, Mark. We offer 908 colors, and if you have a specific color code that you need, we will do our best to facilitate that. I can't make promises. There's a lot of variables that go into some of those things.
Sure.
But our swatch sheet costs $12, or about 1/100th of the cost of the Pantone book.
Oh wow!
I mean, a nice Pantone book, a cheap Pantone book with 100 colors or a couple $100.
Yeah.
A Pantone book with 1,000 colors, you're probably going to be in the $1,200 range. So we've tried to price that at a very competitive and affordable price. We try to do our best to make it available, but keep in mind, if I take a picture of it, I'm taking a picture of it with an iPhone. And then it's going to go to your iPhone, and my iPhone camera is not calibrated, and your iPhone screen is not calibrated to color. And those colors are not going to be the same as if you have a tangible sheet.
Right.
Now, we are actively working on updating our sheet. And currently our sheet has our logo on it, and we are going to change that around to where there's no logo. So you can engrave your logo in that space.
Nice.
So then they can take it to their clients and match their dress or match their house, to match the door, or figure out what color M you want to put on the monogram for the door hanger, or whatever other project you're trying to match colors to. And then we can produce a substrate in that color for you.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I've just decided we're going to answer questions as fast as we can, and we'll get through guess what? Casey's coming back. This is not the last time he'll be here. He'll be here again. I'm telling you, he'll either be on this show or he'll be on mine on Tuesdays. But we'll have him back, and we'll just finish this list when we get to it, right?
We're going to finish this list before the conference.
Oh, for sure. But I want to make sure we answer everybody's questions.
Yes, absolutely.
Ann is asking, how do you order custom prints?
The email is custom@SmokeyHillDesigns.com.
I'll try to type that in there. So custom at
Smoky Hill Designs. My wife Angela does it all. She has no help. We have a 4-year-old. Shout out to Emmy Lou. I hope she's watching, but I hope she's in bed watching.
Huh?
So please keep that in mind as you request something on Friday night. Please do not expect an answer by Sunday. But Angela does a fantastic job trying to take care of our customers in a timely fashion, and she does a fantastic job helping our customers bring their ideas and their custom pattern ply to life.
So here's a good question. I don't know if you can give a straight answer because it might be a varied answer. But yes. How much do custom prints run?
Same price as non-custom.
Which is?
Between $12 and $25.
Okay.
It depends. If you get a one-sided MDF,
right.
$12. Anyway, it depending on what you want, it corresponds with the other product. So if you want two-sided on clear, it's going to be $25.
By the way, that's for you, buddy.
I can't see it.
Oh,
there you go.
Emily says hi.
Hi, honey.
That's great. Here's the question I don't know the answer to. Do you take Amazon gift cards?
We used to. Because we take Amazon Pay, right? We offer Amazon Pay. And it used to be that you could load a gift card on your Amazon account and use that through Amazon Pay. 2 Christmases ago, it was a very successful program, successful payment situation.
Yeah.
And then the next Christmas, we advertised it. One of our customers said, "Hey, I can't figure this out," and lo and behold, Amazon had took that away. I'm not sure if it was a holidays thing or if that was a new program for them.
They just don't like you. That's all it is.
Maybe I was just taking too much Amazon's money. I don't know. They don't like that I ship faster than them. That's what it is.
Gauntlet.
Yes.
Okay. So here's a great question. I'm going to answer it, but I want, if you find that I'm wrong, please correct me for sure. Anna asks, when you say custom, does that include local school logos? Let me answer that for you because I know the answer already.
Fantastic.
The burden is up to you as the person who's ordering to know whether you have rights to do it. Casey can't. In fact, it's not in his ability to verify whether it's legal for you because he has no idea who you are relative to that. So it's going to be up to you and your responsibility to make sure that it's legal. So the answer is, if you send it to him, he'll print it for you.
Well, yes, and there's an asterisk to that.
There is an asterisk, right?
If it's blatantly obvious,
like if it's Disney, we know you don't have the rights to.
I am sorry. I am a farm kid. I went to FFA conference. I was in 4-H. I know those are federal and private entities, and I can't print it. I am sorry.
Right. But if it's like your local, like for me, for Union High School,
yes,
we work with Union. We have the rights to do it, but he doesn't know that, and he can't check that. If it's your local school, he's going to just believe that you have the right to do that. Anna asks, is it like local to middle school and high school? That's fine. We're going to trust that you have the right to do that, right?
Yeah. As far as I know, that I don't think any high schools are going to come after me for you doing something like that. Sororities off. We're not doing sororities.
Okay.
Because you have to have rights to do all that stuff.
Here's a good question. What's your general turnaround and ship time non-custom?
We are getting better. We are blessed to employ a lot of high school and first-year college students, and they all graduated. So there for about 2 or 3 weeks, we had prom, graduation, getting ready for graduation, the senior trip, senioritis, all that goes along with that. One went to Alaska. So we were really, really shorthanded there for a few weeks. We had orders that came in today at 5:30, and they went out today. I'm not saying every order that came in before 5:30 went out today, but we are doing as good of a job as possible to keep common items on the shelf so they go out in a timely fashion. I don't think we have a non-custom order here older than Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
So same day, next day, pattern ply MDF. Next day, maybe a day after, if it's a super uncommon pattern ply acrylic.
Yep.
Pattern ply flex clear. It's a more complicated process, so we're still learning our workflow on that.
Yep.
So it's got a little bit longer lead time, but we have a really good lead time right now.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one more question. Then I'm gonna shoot through a bunch of this list that we
Yes.
have. Do you have any 1/4-inch MDF in stock?
No.
Okay.
It is coming.
It is coming.
It is
All right, great.
It is
All right,
coming.
here we go. All right, so next product that you can make, photo engraves. Tell me, I think you have a story about how you went
Yes.
into business. So tell that
Yes.
story.
So my wife comes to me, like any good wife should, and says, I want to make earrings, and I bought a Glowforge. And that's about how that went. We got the Glowforge, and I was a salesman. Believe it or not, I can sell things sometimes. And I made myself, with one of Mark's instructional videos,
Ah.
I made myself a little book, right?
Yeah, let's let everybody see it there.
Right? Ditch Witch, North Carolina. Shout out to all that they did for me. So I had my book, walk into the and I engraved my beautiful daughter on the back.
Oh,
And I'm a little biased, and I don't care. So walk into the person I'm calling on, and I've got my book. You walk up to the gatekeeper, some woman who's been there 35 years. She's really the boss, even though she doesn't own the place.
right.
And he says, "Is John there? I'd like to speak to John. John's not here." I pull out my book, It's got my daughter in the back, and she's like, oh, "That's beautiful. Can I see that?" And I hand her my book, and she's like, oh, "I need one of these of my granddaughter, or my daughter, or my son, or my insert family member here." Fantastic selling product.
Yeah.
And people will pay big money for that tangible feel. They can go to Walgreens and get a print for 45 cents. You can't go to Walgreens and buy this. And you can produce this, right? And do not devalue. When we did it, we started doing it. We literally only did 11 by 14s.
Okay.
That's all we did. Only one option, 11 by 14. Made it really easy. Made a lot of scrap, but we're not going to talk about that.
Right.
But we made 11 by 14s. We sold them for $100 a piece.
Nice.
We sold over 200 of them in 6 weeks.
Man, that's great. That's great. I love
Anyone
it.
who's photo engraved knows that engrave took over an hour. So that was over 200 hours of engraving. But we're not going to talk about that
No,
either.
but you made good profit money. That was great.
Absolutely.
All right, so
We
real quick, 'cause
reinvested it.
I know you got stuff in front of you I want to see.
Yes.
Idea number 3, coasters, man. Show me some coasters. Talk about coasters.
Coasters. I love coasters. Coasters are my test this material of choice item. And if you could see my desk, it's literally covered in Smoky Hill Design coasters, right?
Yep.
And it used to be when a salesman would walk in. This week it was FedEx. FedEx walked in wanting to get our business, right? And so I was like, and they're like, "What do you do, or what do you ship?" And I hand them a coaster, and it says Smoky Hill Designs. It's the logo I put on everything, right?
Yep.
I hand them a coaster. I hand both of them a coaster. It cost me something, right? You can get, I think you can get like 14, depending on how big you make them, out of one sheet, right? So they cost $2 a piece, less than $2 a piece. So I hand them out to these salespeople, and more often than not, they take them back to their office. No, they always take them back to their office. But more often than not, they take them, they put them on their desk, right? And they're using them as a coaster, and their coworker walks in. They're like, "Man, that's cool. What is that?" And they, what is this? What is this material? What is this? Oh, this is my client, Smoky Hill Designs, right? Man, I want one of those. And then they'll come back, a couple months later, calling me like, "Hey, you got any more coasters? My coworker wanted one." Yeah. Here's another coaster. And then a couple weeks later, I'll get a call from my salesman. He's like, "Hey, so my boss is in my office, and he wants to buy 50 coasters so everyone in the company can have one." And I'm not even trying to sell him. I don't want to sell. I'm actually going to give him to him because he's a good ass, or he's a good support person to us, right?
Right.
But it's a fantastic example of you walk into your Edward Jones, you walk into your financial advisor, you walk into your bank, you walk into anywhere you have someone that you interact with, and you don't mind donating a $2 something with your logo on it that's not going in the trash. And the next time somebody walks in the building, they're going to say, "Look at this."
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to advertise for you. This is a billboard.
Yep.
Right? Especially when you make it out of something like pattern ply that's really pretty. Or if you make it out of something like sapele, right? And they're gonna be like, "What is that? What?" And you got to tell them the story. Oh, it's sapele. It comes from South America and all this other good stuff. It smells beautiful. It has natural luminescence, and you do the upsell, and you're giving it to them. So it's like the best upsell because it's free. Coasters. I am a huge proponent of business cards.
Yep.
And coasters. When I was a salesman, I laser cut my own business cards. Okay, didn't look like this. It was a cute little ditch witch. And they cost me about $2. No, we did them out of raw wood, so they cost me less than $1 a piece. And when you're talking to a client that is worth, even if they're only going to buy $1,000. When you're in sales, $1,000 is a small sale. We were selling really, really expensive equipment. So, and I'm talking about in the eyes of the person you were trying to sell to. Okay, not my clients are not. I mean, I hope that they all go get $1,000, $10,000 clients, but that's not what we're talking about right this very second. You go take this to your Edward Jones lady who has a budget to purchase. Not only business cards, but they have a budget to purchase items for their clients, right? And you give them this. Number one, they're not throwing that away.
Nope.
It's going on their desk. Number two, they're going to show it to everybody who comes through the door. Check this out. Or it's going to sit on the desk and the guy coming through and say, "What is that? That's cool." Right? Number two, when it's time to go buying something for their clients, who do they know that can do it? Your name's right there. It's on their desk already. Right. Number three, and this is the one that I am very, very familiar with, that person's going to buy some for themselves because they see the value in something like this that they can give to their customer, whether it's a business card or whether you're cutting coasters for them.
I love it. Right? Hey, here's a question about, there are several people asking a very similar question. Yes. I'll throw a bunch of them up here. They're all about coasters.
Yes.
So did you use regular pattern ply or pattern ply acrylic for the coasters?
Okay. Both.
Okay. And then with the pattern ply coasters, do you leave it as is or do you add anything to the bottom, like perhaps cork? The answer is you can do either one.
You can do either one. So here is the modern day. I'm going to make assumptions. You know what happens when you assume, but here we go. If you were at your office, you were using a tumbler. This is not doing, you're not doing anything but trying to keep coffee off your desk.
Yeah.
Right? If you are in your office, you're using a tumbler. Shout out to the customer that made this for me because she's great. It's not that you don't have glassware at your office, right? You don't have.
I don't.
You don't have stuff that's going to sweat. You're using a Tervis or a tumbler or or even a water bottle, which I guess can sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
Which leads me Which leads me into the next part of that statement. And I know Mark has some firsthand experience because I know he did a test with this a couple weeks ago. I took this specific coaster. Come on, baby, focus for me. Oh, come on. Anyway, I took this specific coaster. I don't know why it's fogging up. There we go. Okay. This is real. I got this one for this exact reason. I knew this question was going to come up because I love my coasters, right? This is sapele plywood.
Okay.
I sprayed it with one light coat of frog juice, which I sell. You don't have to use that product. I'm just saying that's what I used in this case. I hope Mark has a better product to recommend. I poured water on it and let it sit on it for 4 hours. Sitting water on it for 4 hours, and I got just a little bit of wiggle.
Yep.
And you can see there's a little tiny bit of swelling in 4 hours.
Which is
100%.
way more than this
Than a
is
water
gonna-
bottle.
Yeah.
Way more than a water bottle. And here's the deal. Coasters are designed to keep the water off your table. And guess what? Water didn't get on the table.
Right. So let me kind of put this on there. I know you just answered it, but let me just answer it directly.
Yes.
Did you do anything to protect the coaster? The answer is you put a light spray of frog juice on there, right?
Yes.
I will also speak to the ones that I made. And by the way, the ones that I made, I would rather use pattern ply because it's much more attractive. But I took raw MDF that I got from Casey, by the way, and I primed the sides and the top and the bottom. And then I spray painted it with 2 coats of just regular Rust-Oleum paint, let it dry and cure. And then I did 1 spray of just clear poly sealer. And then I put that in I was going to say my dog's dish. It is my dog's dish, but not the one she drinks out of. And I let it sit in there for 4 hours. It wasn't submerged completely. It was almost completely submerged for actually almost 5 hours. And then at some point, I brought it out there after about 5 hours, and it started to swell a little bit. And it turned out the reason it swelled is because there was a bunch of patterns in it, and I didn't close any of those patterns with the spray, right? It didn't swell on the edges. It swelled inside there. I'm not saying that you should use MDF as the primary thing to make with coasters. But what I am saying is under normal use with a bottle, or you're not, man, if your stuff is sweating so much that it's underwater for 4 hours, you've got another problem altogether. Okay. But let me jump forward because I want to see if we can get farther. I know we're not getting through all these, but wow, we've done a good job here. So coasters are great.
Yes.
Maria asked, here, I'll put this on there. This is a good question. Would Eco Birch or Echo Birch be a good option for a coaster? I don't know the answer.
Maybe. I don't know if I would use it. So the thing about the Eco Birch is it's supposed to be a inexpensive, pre-finished, cuts fast, cuts easy, looks like wood.
Okay.
Period.
Yep.
The problem with it is the fact it's pre-finished. It's much like proof grade. It's pre-finished. You ever try to paint proof grade? It doesn't work real well. You're not going to be able to add anything to what it's already there. The problem is if you don't engrave it, it's fine. But if you engrave it, you're not going to be able to seal that engrave off really well. So that's going to be a maybe on the Eco Birch. I think white birch would probably be a better product if you were going to pick a birch-like product.
Very good. I want to see this because I know you have one that you're going to show us an example or something like this. Another item you can make that'll make you some good money is sun catchers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I know you've got a sample that you held up at the very beginning, but let's talk about that again. So I'm going to put you major on the screen, big on the screen, so everybody can see you. Yeah, I don't know. My mouth is open. I don't know what happened.
Okay. So I like this sheet because so this is one sheet. Obviously, look at how dynamic of a pattern you can have right out of this one sheet. And then you can have those, and then you can have those, and then you can have those. So what you see, it's the transparent pattern ply flex, right? So you can use the flex, and you can sandwich it. You can cut it with a Cricut, specifically the clear. The clear really, really cuts good with the Cricut. The white, you got to have your settings dialed in pretty well, but the clear is just a fantastic product for Cricut users, right? So you can have any number of different style, different looks out of that one specifically. If you don't want to use the flex, you can come back and use the acrylic, which this camera is really doing a terrible job of debuting how beautiful these colors are. But on these, you can do a sun catcher out of one layer. Or what you could do is you could cut the opaque flex, the white flex, with a solid color possibly on it, and do an outline, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Like that, if you wanted to keep it thin, or if thickness isn't a problem, all right, put a piece of black acrylic on both sides or one side to get that look. So you can get really, really creative, and then you can do engraves.
Yep.
So yeah, you can get really, really creative with the sun catchers. Another product, I don't actually haven't brought this up to you, Mark, so I'm gonna put you on the spot on this one. We have this product, and what it is it's pattern fly black on. We have orange and we have like a pink, and it's for backlighting. Okay, so there's black on one side. But what happens is I lose my flashlight and I can't do a good demonstration of it. If you light it from the back,
Look at that.
it really, really wakes up. And it doesn't have to be this bright at all. We have a customer out in Washington. She's doing some really, really cool signs, making boxes and enclosing a light.
Yep.
And you can, and this stuff really, really glows. So that's another thing that I think you could do. Exactly. That's where I was going with that.
Right. In fact, before we talk about this, I want to get Teresa's question. How is the ClearFlex listed on the website?
ClearFlex is with the clear acrylic. So if you go to Pattern Ply Clear Acrylic, and then you do the drop down, you'll see 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/16 inch, 010 Clear Flex.
Okay.
So you have all 4 different thicknesses. I see, can you sublimate on the Clear Flex? The Clear Flex will take sub inks, but it does not like the heat from the heat press. It'll
because it's too thin, right?
It'll just do that right there and just curl up, and then it gets real brittle because you got it too hot.
Okay.
So until somebody that's way more experienced at sublimating than I am can come up with a process, I am currently in the not for sublimation.
Yeah. Here's a question. What product would you recommend for business cards? I know you touched on that a little bit, but there are several that would do well.
You can use the Flex. I keep a couple Flex in my pocket for. I always have some business cards in my pocket because you never know. I went to an art show the other day to see a customer, and as I was walking by anybody who had a laser good, I threw a coaster or a business card on the desk. And then, if they were talking to a customer, I'm not going to take up their valuable. They only have a finite amount of time at the show, and they need to make as much money as possible. They don't need to be jaw-jacking with me because I don't shut up anyway. So I just threw a coaster. They either know who I am or they'll look me up, and if it's something they want to purchase from us, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
They're local. I hope that they know that there's a local source and a local support system here for them. So Flex are nice. They are waterproof, which I really like because I'm terrible about getting stuff out of my pockets before it goes in the wash, and I've had these probably go through the wash 3 or 4 times. My own wash. If you're doing wood, 16th inch, hard to beat it. Hard to beat the 16th inch. It's real stable. But it's very, very thin. You could put this in a wallet. You could put 3 or 4 of them in a wallet. You'd have a thick wallet, but you could do it. That's where these come in. I'd keep a couple of these in your wallet, a couple of these in your pocket. If you want something more substantial, there's some of the Eco Birch right there. Looks great. So that's 1/4 or 1/8 inch. I wouldn't do 1/4 inch.
That would be a ridiculous card. Yeah.
Now, 1/4 inch coaster.
Oh yes.
I see value in it.
Yeah.
But it's getting heavy. It takes longer to cut. It's going to take a special product to really justify using 1/4 inch on anything like that.
Man, we're just going to rocket through a bunch more of these. Does the light only go through the black, pink, and orange?
So on the black, pink, and orange, you can see it's trying. I mean, this is a very, very bright light. It's trying to go through the black, but if you put a tea light,
you had one the other day when we talked.
It's here.
It's my fault.
Probably under all these coasters. Got it. Little tea light. So it kind of give you.
There it is. Yeah.
That gives a really good example of it, right? It's not a very, very bright light. You don't need a bright light,
right.
Because it's designed to be seen through. And when you take it away, it looks okay.
Yep.
It's a really, really cool product. We also have this. I showed you this the other day, Mark. It's a little box we made.
Yep.
So it's just that, and we engraved the wood grain. Dropped a little tea light in it, and it glows. Has our logo on the front.
Looks cool.
So it's a really cool product. It's really, really underutilized.
And I'll say that if you're one of my VIP subscribers, I'm not gonna take the time to promote myself at the moment. But if you guys want to learn about the VIP subscription, you can find out. But this lantern is one of the VIP items that they get for the month of June. In fact, I'm going to reach over here because you've got that flex that's really pretty that would go really well in here. And so here's a lamp stand with a lantern that goes on top here. And this top comes off like this. You turn it and it comes off like this. And you can put anything you want inside, including,
Yes.
oops, wrong way. Sorry, that way. Can you imagine putting that inside of here with a tea light inside it?
And here's the deal: you don't even have to cut this. I mean, you can cut this with scissors, right?
Yeah.
You could literally just cut this the height of the thing, make a circle in there, put you a little tea light in. You don't have to cut out the specific windows. I mean, if you could, if you wanted to be super extra. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong. I'm like, my whole life is just being extra, but you don't have to.
Right.
And then here's the deal. All right, we're in a starry night. We're in a starry night mood. All right. Oh, it's Halloween. Let's drop some like Halloween stuff. Oh, it's Christmas time. Let's drop some Christmas stuff in there. Oh, it's Easter.
Exactly.
And you can really, really change out and have a pretty cool little dynamic decoration.
Yep.
Or you can make 100 of them. You can be optimistic, right? And then you just have them on the shelf. And then when you go to a show and like, all right, what's the next season? All right. Or you have them there. Oh, on the spot. You have a bunch of them there and you have a bunch of these cut to the correct size to go in there. And the customer at the show can pick, oh, that's the one I want in my lamp. Or that's the one I want in that. So I definitely see a lot of value in that style product, doing that style stuff. I could really see that.
That's awesome. So somebody asked a question. I missed it. Oh, here it is. How well does the pattern ply acrylic hold up to being in the sun as a sun catcher? Will it fade over time?
So I definitely, I said it at the beginning, and I am very, very cautious whenever I'm talking about one of my products and they talk about longevity. Yeah. I've only been in business 2.5 years. This product has only existed 2 years, right? So I got 2 years of data. That's not enough to give you a strong answer. Now I can make some really, really strong assumptions. And my assumptions say the sun bleaches.
Everything.
Sun bleaches your car. The sun bleaches rocks. The sun bleaches
people,
cancer, all the bad stuff.
Right.
I would put some sort of UV protectant on it. I sell one that is literally designed to go on products like this to protect them from the sun. It's not the only product. I would definitely, if you're not using my product, I would definitely test it, especially if it's in a can form. Can form products, a lot of them have solvents in them to make sure that they stay a liquid and they stay sprayable. But that solvent can eat away at the pattern ply process, and you can have bad results. Mine, designed to be sprayed on it. That's all I'm saying about it. I don't make any money on that product. It's literally just a convenience. It's the only reason I carry it.
Well, and I think what you're saying is just he can't guarantee it, right?
I got to cover my butt a little bit on that deal. Nothing's going to last forever. If you hang it in your window, I don't think it's not going to bleach in 6 months. Like it's not like that. If you spin it and you have it on the backside, the acrylic's going to give you some protection. Not a ton, but some. Right. But there's a plethora of products you can put on things that give some sort of UV protection. And I highly suggest thinking about that if you're going to be doing something in Arizona in your front yard. Right. If it's in your house in the entryway, I don't think it's going to be that.
No, I don't think so either. So tell you what, guys, I always try to watch the clock. I try to respect your time. I commit to keeping these at 1 hour. I'm 1 minute over. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to spin the wheel and give away a free ticket to our conference here in just a moment. And all the people that currently have purchased tickets, their names are on here. We took off the people that won the last few weeks because you don't get to win twice. But everyone that's on here are people that have already bought tickets, so they have a possibility of getting their ticket refunded to them for free. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, please go to the Next Level laserconference.com and get yours, and then you'll be in the future drawings. But let's throw this on the screen here, and I am going to spin the wheel here, and we'll see who wins. And then I'll see if my friend Casey can stay for another 5 minutes or so after this.
Sure.
We'll see what we can do to answer the questions. Then we're going to let him get to bed because he's old.
Very.
I'm older than he is, so shut up. But here we go. I'm going to click this and spin the wheel. And let's see who wins here. Oh, who is it? Cynthia Bello. Congratulations. Cynthia Bello, message me at Big Blue Laser Designs on Facebook, and I will hook you up, and we will refund your money, and we still want to see you in Sacramento. It's going to be great to have you, but you get your ticket for free. So that was fun.
That's super
All right.
fun.
We'll stay on for 3 more minutes.
Yes,
Any more questions for Casey?
Let me talk.
Oh, somebody asked earlier in the very beginning. I missed it. They asked about your hat.
Customer made it.
Did you make
Shout
that?
out.
Oh, customer did? Okay.
No, customer made it. Shout out to them. We bought it.
Yep.
I need some more. If anyone wants to hit me up, I like hats.
Yep.
I've done burned through like a dozen, and I got all my guys like hats. So, hat people. No, I really like it. I really do need to find the time to make some ourselves. I have some really cool ideas. I think we could do some really fun ones, but no, I'm not that. I'm not that talented.
All right. Well, I don't see any other questions coming, but you guys, if you're on here later and we're not here, feel free to still type your question there. We'll do our best to catch up with you.
Yes.
We actually broadcast this tonight on 5 different pages. So we're live in 5 different places right now. So I'll do my best to try to catch up with everybody. Next week, we got the fantastic Missa. She's going to be here with Will. And I am going to be on vacation in Florida. But I'm still going to be doing several lives as I'm on there. So you guys who are in my group, please come and join me. I'm going to do a bunch of lives throughout the week. So that'll be a lot of fun. And
I see a question.
how's the
HDD on Flex? I wouldn't put heat on Flex.
Okay.
Future shop behind, as always.
Okay.
But I think we are. I got a key. So we're very close to coming to an agreement on that place. It will be open to the public, which will be fantastic. I don't think it'll be a Monday through Friday 9 to 6 open to the public, but we will allow people to come in at some certain time. I'm thinking we'll probably start with maybe 1 or 2 Saturdays a month, and we'll have pattern ply there. You can come touch, you can come feel. We may have misfit shelves. We may have some 4x8s there that you can kind of select through, maybe some hardwoods and things like that.
I'm going to grab 2 more questions real quick. I'm going to answer this one, then you can add to it. Where can we find laser settings for lasers other than Glowforge? And so the question, Renee, I assume you're talking about products that Casey sells for pattern ply. And I believe, I don't know if there's any exceptions, you pretty much stick with whatever settings you would use for that same equivalent like MDF or acrylic, right? So for example, if it's 1/8 inch pattern ply, then you typically go with the same setting you would have cut that 1/8 inch MDF, for example. So whatever laser you have, whatever that corresponding MDF or acrylic would be, that pretty much will work regardless, right?
Yep. That's a fantastic place to start. We have found that a lot of times, especially if you have a Pro or Plus, you might want to speed up, but that is a fantastic place to start.
Carrie, do we go live at set time each week? Yes, we do. It's always the same time. Now, you ready to help me here before I make a fool out of myself? I always mess up time zones. So we go live every Monday, me and Will do, with a different guest every Monday. And we're going to be having all of our instructors on every week until the conference. And so we go live. It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's, what is that? Is that 6 on the West Coast, I believe?
Other people don't matter.
And then, Julie, if you're out there, Mountain. I know there's 4 people that live in Mountain. So, you know,
3 of them are here. Hey,
you know what time it is there. Yeah.
Percentage-wise.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a bunch. Okay, let's jump. How many standard pieces fit in a box of Flex?
A bunch.
Of
Flex, over 100. Well over 100. Probably 200. I'm 3.5 hours from Blue Ridge. From the
3.5 hours. And Bob, you asked, where am I going in Florida? We're going to Destin. So that's
taking time off. Ugh.
Well, let's not lie. I'm not going to be off. I'll be working. That's
sure.
Just I'm going to be designing a bunch of stuff in the car and in the hotel. I promise we'll be doing that because that's, to be honest, that's what I love to do. But we're still going to do some beach time too. All right. Tell you what, guys, we're just going to cut it off here. Keep asking questions if you want. We'll try to keep up with you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. If you haven't already, go to SmokyHillDesigns.com If you are watching from some other group, you don't know me, I'd love to see you in my group, bigbluelaserdesigns.com. And we love you guys. Have a great night. Be safe. We'll see you in all the groups. Talk to you later. Casey, I'll talk to you in just a second.